Hey everyone, on today's video, based on the book by Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I think we can all secretly admit when it comes to Christmas, there's a tiny little irritation in most people with it. It can be for various reasons. It can be the non-stop shopping, the stress, the hassles. Could be the over-commercialism, whatever it is. There's something deep inside that most people keep quiet. The kind of little niggling thing that we all have about the holiday season. Maybe that's where the idea that this came from today. We're looking at the animated version of the famous Dr. Seuss story, The Grinch That Stole Christmas. Started from a book, was based on that. This animated version came following on from that, and then after this animated version, many years later, we had the very popular live action version starring the brilliant Jim Carrey as the Grinch. Today we're focusing on the animated version. The story, very simple story. In the town of Whoville, all the residents, all the local people and the children, they're all enjoying the holiday time, the carols singing, the food, the presents, the celebrating every aspect of Christmas, and the whole town is just abuzz with joy and excitement. There's one creature that doesn't share any of that at all. That being the Grinch, the green, measly, mildly, meanie creature who lives just a short way up from Whoville in a cave, along with his little dog Max. And the Grinch hatches a plan to cancel Christmas altogether, to steal the whole holiday season from the town folk of Whoville. How does he plan to do this? Well, he creates a Santa disguise for himself, and with the reluctant help of his dog Max, who he disguises as a reindeer to pull his sleigh along, he piles and piles of bags, and he proceeds to go through every house in the town and basically steal any item, any toy, any food stuff, any decoration, anything connected with Christmas whatsoever, in his eyes, to banish it once and for all. In the first or second house that he goes into, one of the little children is awoken by the noise, and she sees that the Grinch is taking her tree away. Why are you taking our tree away? And he lies to her and he tells her that one of the lights doesn't work, so he's going to have to take it away, fix it, and he'll bring it back. She believes the lie, and he then proceeds to carry on ransacking the house. And it's during the journey back to his cave where things go awry in typical animated film style that his heart begins to grow, and he begins to realise that Christmas is a special time that needs to be enjoyed and celebrated one way or another. And he actually ends the film turning over a new leaf and enjoying the holiday season with everyone else. It is a beautiful, charming animated film. It's about half an hour long, and it's got about 3 charming songs. I think the most famous one's probably You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. I think that's the one that everyone remembers, with his grimacing face, his long, thin smile, and his eyebrows arching upwards as his selfish grin goes right up to his cheeks as he thinks of what he's planning to do. That is the image that is actually on the front cover. As you can see at the start of this video, He's in the Santa suit there with Max's little dog behind him. As I say, very charming cartoon indeed. For me, what really makes this isn't just the cartoon itself, it's the actual extra features that are included. Specifically, the one that really stands out for me is the TNT Special Edition featurette with Phil Hartman. He presents the historic look at how this story came to be. Now, Phil Hartman, just to do a slight impression here, you may remember him from such programs as The Simpsons, as the voice of Troy McClure. And funnily enough, his actual voice, Phil Hartman's voice, was pretty much Troy McClure's voice. It was his natural voice. So I found that quite strange at first. He kind of, to me, he looks like a cross between Charlie Chaplin and Walt Disney in a way. A very kind of twirly moustache, very quirky grin, balding hair. But yeah, his actual voice is Troy McClure's voice, so he didn't actually have to put that on for that character in The Simpsons whatsoever. But there are other connections to not only The Simpsons but to other entertainment franchises through the documentary. The score is actually helped via Danny Elfman, who did the score to both the Simpsons theme, ironically, and the score to Tim Burton's original Batman movie. And Tim Burton actually gave part of the idea and input towards this cartoon when he was thinking of the idea for his Nightmare Before Christmas. So you've got Danny Elfman, you've got Tim Burton, you've got Phil Hartman, and the other, for me, really joyful surprise is to find out that the animation is overseen and produced and directed by the legendary animator Chuck Jones, who some of you will know from the Tom and Jerry cartoons, some of the other Warner Brothers cartoons. He worked on a lot of the Roadrunners. He's basically an animation legend, and Chuck talks through a lot of the process for the movie. You find out that there's around something like 170,000 individual cells of animation and artwork produced just to make a film of nearly 20 minutes long. Absolutely fascinating stuff. You also get to see the original Grinch pencil test, which is the penciling stages of the animation. You get to see the whole process all the way through as to how the film is produced. Really fascinating and exciting stuff. There is also a commentary on the cartoon, making animation and bringing it to life, with the animator Phil Roman and June Forey, who was the voice of Cindy Lou Who, the little girl who spots the Grinch stealing her tree. And she was actually married to Dr. Seuss, that came up with this. So that's another nice little time fact there as well. You get songs in the key of Grinch, interview with the composer Albert Haig and vocalist Thor Ravenscroft, who sang the main song in the story You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. As I say, Danny Elfman's involved in the music as well. You get a option that you can go to either of the three songs, so you can go to your favourite song within the story just like that straight away, and then the documentary and the pencil test that I've also told you about. It runs altogether just over 50 minutes, and it is a wonderful, funny, clever and entertaining animation. And it's, if you've not seen it, you've only seen the live version with Jim Carrey, then I recommend you see this as well. Young children will absolutely love this. It's wonderful family fun, and it's just easy bit of fun for half an hour, and it will definitely get you into the festive spirit. I said in my last video that the first video in our Christmas season was going to be It's a Wonderful Life. I've had to move that back slightly because I've not actually finished watching it yet, but that will be coming up soon, amongst all the other Christmas videos that I've got planned for you. So I hope you join me for the next one. I hope you've enjoyed the video for today, and if you have seen this film, let me know in the comments how you enjoyed it, and whether you prefer it to the film version or whether you only know the story via the book. I'll be very interested to hear from you. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.